So yeah, tomorrow I'm gonna be going out. I'm gonna build a shelter all day and attempt to spend the night in. I'd rather go out when it's a little colder. We're actually getting pretty warm weather here the last couple days. It's gonna be plus 3 degrees Celsius tomorrow with a nighttime low of 0. So, I should be warm. I got a pretty good sleeping bag. But yeah, I'll be bringing this pot, fork, knife. I went to Canadian Tire and bought this dehydrated food. I usually use that Mountain House stuff. I like that stuff. So first time trying this, we'll see how it goes. I got a food dehydrator. I want to learn how to make dehydrated food. So if anybody has any good recipes that they use, you just have to add boiling water. Let me know. Let me know what you do. I'll be bringing this stereo. I got this from Canadian Tire last year too. It's actually pretty versatile. It lasts like 6 hours on a charge. It's got a lithium battery. But I'll just be bringing this time basically to charge my phone. It's got a little charging port there. I'll be bringing a lighter, utility knife, and this nice knife my good buddy Steve made for me. He makes knives, Steve Bates Knives. And a little bit of rope, and I'll show you guys later what else I'll be bringing. But yeah, looking forward to this trip. But back to the dehydrated food. I watched a video, I don't know, almost a year ago now about this couple that went into Quetico. I think they called it the COVID trip or something, but they went in there, but they really planned it out, like they packed all their own food, like their own dehydrated food, and it looks so good. So yeah, I want to learn how to do that. But yeah, I'll apologize right now if I sound stuffed up. It's because I am stuffed up. I got a bit of a cold right now, but it's not too bad. Oh yeah, I'll be bringing Mr. Noodles with me too. I like Mr. Noodles. They're light. They use up a bunch of room. But yeah, where I'm going, it's a bunch of poplars down where I'm going. I'd rather go where there's a lot of pine. Just when I cut up poplar and make a shelter out of it, I don't like the smell of poplar. I'd rather be pine. We have lodgepole pine around here, which is excellent for building shelters. But yeah, I also have this big roll of poly. I'll bring a few strips of that. You never know. I could probably utilize it at some point. I made it. Got a later start than I was hoping to, but we were up pretty late last night playing cards. So yeah, a later start, but it's about 9:30 right now in the morning. So I figure I got about 6 hours to try to get this thing done. And I got to go back and find my shovel. I lost the shovel out of the sleigh, so I'm gonna unhook this baby and go find it. So yeah, basically I'm gonna be right in here. I'm gonna look for 4 trees in somewhat of a square, maybe like hopefully 7 feet apart, and we'll go from there. So whenever you're doing this, like spending any time out in the bush and you're around, especially poplars, look for dead ones, look for ones that can fall on you. It's been really windy here the last couple days. It's calm right now, but I imagine it's going to pick up in a little bit, and poplars are extremely dangerous to be in when it's windy. So just take a look around, see if anything's got to come down. I can see this old dead one here. I could probably pull that down. But yeah, I think I'm going to go right in there. One thing about working with poplars is they are not straight. It's hard to find a completely straight tree. You know, every time there's a branch, a little branch, it seems like the trunk bends a little bit. Oh well. Got my dogs here. Hey, what are you doing? Well, I've been at it now for about 4 hours, 4.5 hours altogether. And it's pretty much ready. I got a nice frame. I used that poly, wrapped it all in poly, banked it up with snow, and right now I'm just collecting spruce boughs for my bedding. I'd rather use tamarack. You know, spruce gets sticky. Tamarack is actually a little softer, but whatever. This is gonna work. So yeah, I'm gonna build that up quite a bit, and then I got one more strip of poly, and then I'll put my sleeping bag on top of that, and then I'm gonna get a fire going and cook some supper. Yeah, this should do for the night. Well, everything's pretty wet out here. The poplar's pretty wet. I found some willow. The branches are pretty dry, but the trunk's pretty wet. Willow's actually really good. It burns really hot. Kind of burns fast, but there's no pine around here, so it's gonna be all dry poplar and willow tonight. Let's see. So I got a rope drenched in gas. I'm gonna cheat a little bit because everything's wet. Yeah, should go. So this is the sleeping bag I'll be using tonight. The Yukon 7 by Woods. It's rated for -35. The coldest I slept in it was -28. I wouldn't say as completely comfortable. The high loft insulation worked pretty good, like right where I was laying. But as soon as I like moved my leg over to a different part inside the sleeping bag, it was just ice cold. But it wasn't too bad. My face, like when I was breathing, like my head was sticking out here, and right around here got all iced up. So whenever I moved, my face would scrape across the ice from my breath. I got my big baby in here. Hey, are you gonna spend the night here? Yeah. Good girl. This is my old King Shepherd Mika. She's getting pretty old, but she likes this outdoor stuff. Well, just sitting here waiting for my water to boil, and I can have some supper. It's getting super windy outside, so hopefully that dies down tonight. But yeah, in case you're wondering like why I built such a heavy-duty frame, if I was just gonna put poly around it anyhow, is because the wood holds the heat. You know, like the stove is gonna heat up the sides. Like I can already feel the sides. It's getting warm, and yeah, it'll just help keep me that much warmer tonight. I think I got enough firewood cut up, so we'll see. If not, I got my huge sleeping bag here, got my doggy to keep me warm, and my big jacket, so I think we'll be good. Well, my supper's almost done here. Gonna be having some, I don't know if you can see that, but chili mac. Took forever for my water to get boiling on the stove. I have to open up the vent full blast there. It's pretty hot in here, but the poor dog was just panting because it got so hot when she wouldn't go outside. But yeah, I'll let you know how it is after I eat it. Well, the old ReadyWise chili mac, it's not too bad. It's good. It's a big meal. Yeah, I've been eating it for a while here, and it's like only half done. But yeah, I definitely want to learn how to make my own dehydrated food, where I just have to add boiling water, and then it'll be all set. I don't have to buy this $13 meal. Yeah, it's not bad. It's going to hold me over. It's a good supper. And after that, I might have a Bud Light. Well, it's now 7:30 in the morning. I went to bed pretty early last night, about 10 o'clock. I had a really good sleep. I only woke up a couple times to put wood on the fire, or wood in the wood stove. It was pretty warm last night, so I didn't have to have the wood stove rocking. So yeah, I didn't even use up half my firewood. So yeah, today I'm just gonna lay here till it gets a little more light, have a coffee, and then get going with the day. I'm probably not gonna stay another night. I got stuff I gotta do today, but if I were to stay another night, today would have been an easy day. Basically, I have to touch up my shelter a little bit, although there's not much I really have to do to it. I built it pretty good yesterday. But yeah, work on the shelter a bit more, probably bank it up with snow, and collect more firewood. And that's basically it.